But I don't have a garden, and I have some plants in the house that are always in some stage of getting ready to die on me. So for me, it's exciting. As a kid, I had a little garden. I grew radishes. It was pretty exciting as a kid, and I feel the same way about watching little shoots come up, and I'm excited to help here, and excited to think that this is a way our community can come together, help each other, help other people, and enliven our streets. And we have some construction started across the street, and I don't know how long that's going to take, and there's some projects plans are further down. But it'd be nice to have something here, and something green is even better, and something to work together, and we've talked about it. So HB&A was committed to doing something. Project Homeless Connect wanted to do something, so it was sort of a match made in heaven to get the two of us together, and we're really behind this. We're going to try to get as many volunteers as we can and get people really committed to helping out here.
Okay, so their own lettuce and grow their own tomatoes. We're looking at the design in this, and I'm going to turn it over in a second to John to actually talk that through, of this really being a community garden. We all are responsible for everything that happens in here. We all will benefit from the yield and the harvest. We'll all benefit. I mean, many of you have offered to do free classes, everything from nutrition training to food preparation to just better gardening techniques, and it's really an opportunity for there to be sharing of information and education, and we're just inviting everybody to participate in the ways that you feel comfortable doing that. And go ahead.
I'm just
My name is John Bela. I'm with P.O.W.E.R. I'm an artist and a landscape architect. I got involved with the project last year when Judith approached me after our experience doing the Victory Garden in front of City Hall. And that was a project where we transformed that 10,000 square foot area of turf and turned it into a productive landscape, into a food growing garden. And in that case, we donated all the food to the San Francisco Food Bank. Over the course of the summer, we had many, many visitors to the garden, some of which were local neighborhood residents, some of which were students, and some of which were homeless people. And I think one of the most fascinating things about that experience was the social space that was created in that garden. So I'm really pleased that to be working with Judith and Project Homeless Connect to create this space, which is going to be a very unique space. And again, we're talking about it as a garden of communities, not necessarily a community garden. It's where we're working together to grow food and to teach people how to grow food. So to that end, we started working on a preliminary design for the garden. Some of the basic things that are happening on the site this fall are we've got some gates installed so we can have access through both lots. The PUC is going to install some water meters. Those are the basic things. And we're working with DPW and other folks to hopefully remove this asphalt, and so we can create an infiltrating surface. We can actually get into the ground here and start to grow some real food. So some of the kind of basics of the existing design framework, and the reason why, part of why we're here today, is to try to get some feedback on the design and for you to tell us whether or not you think this is going to work or not. But so the basic thing is, here we are in parcel R, which is about 18 feet by 125 feet. It's a long, narrow parcel, and this is the plan for parcel R here. Essentially, we're going to remove the asphalt. We're going to use these core log wattle, which is a coconut fiber in these sort of linear hay bale sort of things. Those are going to be our bed retainers. They're really good at sort of holding and supporting soil, and they're also really easy for volunteers to set up and install. So we're going to set up a bunch of these core log planting beds and then fill that with organic planting soil.
diversity of people. Some of us are homeless, some of us are housed. Some of us have many resources, some of us have none, and that this is a model that we're experimenting with on some level. We have no idea what's going to come of this, and I always want to preface by saying that hopefully this process, and this is no pun intended, is organic, that we start out with some ideas, and then we grow it and see what happens. And what we started out with may morph into something completely different, because that's what the people who are involved want. And so it's wide open. We don't even know if the number 30 is the right number. We want anybody who wants to work here and volunteer to participate in the way that they can. What we're trying to figure out is how do we actually divvy up the food production, and that's really what we don't know yet. Is, you know, how much food we can grow for people, and that's where we're going to have to limit it, I think. So, sorry, go ahead.
I was just wondering about
How did you find out?
Well, through Madeline.
Yeah. Okay.
I looked like that.
Yeah, so this is at